Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. We're a little old school today. I'm using my phone to record this because my camera is currently buried. Um, so we had a 4th of July party, and one of my fiance's relatives wanted to stay at the house instead of staying at a hotel, and the only spare bedroom that we have is my sewing room. So I had to pack everything up and move everything out of the way so we could put an air mattress in here for him to stay with us. So, here, I'll let you see my shame. Boom. There's all the mess that I stacked up to get it all out of the way. Because I had to remove all my tables and move, my sewing table, my pressing table, everything. So, nothing is quite set up, so I have not sewn in quite some time, partially because I was preparing for the party. This was something we started last year. It was COVID time, so we were limited as to the number of attendees that we could have at the party, and we kept everything outside, which we would have done anyway because my family prefers to be outside. And so we just kind of did it last year. We barbecued, everybody had a good time, so we decided to repeat it this year and do it again. So we cooked a lot of food. A lot of my family members came, a lot of his family members came. um, it wasn't like a huge group, maybe 30 people with adults and children, maybe something like that. So not huge, but we had a super great time. But it was a lot of preparation. And my fiance, who would normally help me with all that stuff, he actually had gotten called to work in Texas like last minute. So the week that we would have been preparing for the party, he was in Texas. So we actually had to fly home on Friday, and then we prepared everything, had the party Saturday, and then he flew back to Texas on Sunday. So it's been super hectic, super hectic. But at least now it's all calmed down. The house is all cleaned up, from the after party, because the worst part about the party is cleaning up after. But his family, my family, they're just really good about helping. So a lot of his family helped, like with getting the dishes washed, like they kept up the dishes. So it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. And then his uncle, after the party, he chose to stay for a couple extra nights. So that was nice because I had only met him once, like for a funeral, and we didn't really get to spend a lot of time together. And by my fiance not being in town, it was really just him and I and the kids. So we kind of got to know each other a bit more personally, one on one. Not that you guys care about my personal life, but you know, I I always talk too much. I always overshare. So we are here today with an unboxing. This is the Open Gate quilt subscription that's done by Monique Dillard. And so we're going to go ahead and open that today. I don't even have scissors over here because everything is packed away. Um, scissors. What can we... we'll just use this charger here. We'll go ahead and open it up. This just came today, guys. Like, it's fresh. And now, like, the camera's shaking because I don't have my normal setup. So this subscription box is $42 a month plus shipping, so it comes out about $48. You pay on the 20th of the month, and then your box goes out the first of the following month. It is not automatically drafted. She will send you an invoice, and then you go and you pay it. So this is what our box looks like. So we generally get a large project, a small project, a pattern, potentially some notions. So let's open it up. So we have a listy here of everything that's in the box. Now let's see. Okay. This is okay. So here's our fabric pack. Kind of see we're black and red and cream. Some of my favorite colors. Not so much for quilting. Well, I do like the quilt with them, but I like to wear these colors a lot. And here is our project. So let's open this up. So here's a better look at the quilt. So this is a 26.5 by 26.5 wall hanging. It is put together using flying geese. And because it's put together using flying geese, she gave us her ruler. This is the mini Fit to Be Geese ruler. This is what the ruler looks like. So I guess we use this ruler to construct our flying geese. It looks like it does 1 1/4 by 2, 1 1/2 by 2 1/2, 1 3/4 by 3, and 2 by 3 1/2. I know she does have a larger version of this ruler as well. And because this ruler does not have grippies on the back, she gave us some Omni Grip. So basically this is a clear, sticky on one side, kind of plastic or vinyl type material. I can't really explain it, but basically when you put it on the back of your ruler, and then it keeps your ruler from sliding on your fabric. So we have 3/8 yards of a light. That's going to be this this light right here. We have 3/8 yard of a dark. That's this right here. It's actually really pretty fabric. 3.5, a 3.5 inch by width of fabric strip for the inner border, which is this red here. A 7.5 by 42 inch strip for our outer border, which would be this here. This is actually my favorite print. I love this print a lot. I wish we had more of the selvage. I wish I could see where this came from. I like this print. This is I like this a lot. And we also have a 9.5 by width of fabric strip for cornerstones and binding, and that is the black fabric that we have here. So this is just a plain black. Because of my camera or the lighting, you're seeing glimpses of red in it. I don't know why, but this is just like plain black. So that's what we've got. You need 1 yard for the backing, which is not included, but that's to be expected. So that's the larger project. Again, it looks like this here. Please ignore my nails. Disaster. My nails were a disaster. I'll talk about it later. But so yeah, it's constructed using just flying geese. And then our smaller project is a lanyard. If I ever go back to work again, I can use it. So let's see what we got here. Let's open it up. So we've got some pretty blue batiks. Now, I don't know if everyone has the same colors. I actually don't know, but I would assume so. So we have some pretty blue batiks here. A lighter color here and a darker color here. We have our clip. And we have, I guess this is interfacing? Is that what this is? Fusible fleece. So we have a 3 inch by 14.5 inch piece of our main fabric. That's the darker blue. And then a 3 inch square of our lighter fabric. And then we have the fusible fleece and our clip. And it makes a 3/4 inch by 8.5 inch lanyard. So there's kind of what it looks like finished. Lanyard's cool. So that's the smaller project. And we have a pattern called Halloween Confetti. It's made from 8 fat quarters of lights and mediums, 2 3/4 yards of black for the background and binding, 1/3 yard for the inner border, 2 yards for the outer border, and 3.5 yards for the backing. It finishes at 51 by 61. This is a cool pattern. And we also have a spool of Aurifil thread, which matches our main fabric, our main pattern, our main project. So to recap, we have a pattern, we have a larger project, which is a 26.5 by 26.5 wall hanging, which looks like this. And our smaller project is a lanyard, which will finish up to look like this. Of course, our fabric is different than this, but that's how it finishes up. And we have our mini Fit to Be Geese ruler with some Omni Grip Invisigrip to go on the back of the ruler. I think that's pretty thoughtful. I've gotten rulers in subscription boxes before that didn't have, the Creative Grids little sticky stuff on the, stuff on the back to keep the ruler from sliding. But no one's ever actually provided something to put on the back of the ruler to keep the ruler from slipping. So I appreciate that. Like I said, like I always say, one of the things I like about this box is how well thought out it is. Nothing in here is useless. I get a lot of boxes where, or I have gotten boxes where, you always kind of just felt like something was thrown in there to ramp up the value of the box. And like I said before, I never feel that way with this box. I never feel like something was just thrown in for effect. So, that's our, oh wait, hold on. So there's a note on here in the thing. It says, if you want backing for the large project included with your subscription box, we can contact her and they can add it to the invoice for an additional $10. So for the main project, if you wanted a backing, that coordinated with this line, you could just email them and they could include it in next month's box so that you have the backing. Pretty good deal. So that's all we have with the box, but I am going to go on a rant about my nails. So I am a nail biter, okay? And if I'm not biting them, I'm picking at them. So unless my nails are painted, even if it's just clear, unless my nails are painted, I'm either going to bite them or I'm going to pick at them. So usually in order to grow my nails, what I have to do is I'll get fake nails just for a little while. I'll wear them for maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, just so that my natural nail, which I'm usually biting down to like this, it's not the middle finger either. So, I usually bite them anyway, you can tell, I bite them. So my natural nails, I tend to bite. So I'll wear the fake nails so I can get the nail just long enough, maybe like this, to where it's just past to where I can actually paint it. And then I maintain them myself. So we were having this party. So Thursday evening, I did my nails and I used dip powder. I've done it before. I have gel nails. I can do my own gel polish and I can do my own dip powder. So I did it Thursday night and I did it in this red color because it was the closest color that I had that matched my toes. So I took the time, took me about an hour, I did my nails. Then on Friday, not even Friday, Thursday, no, it was Friday. So on Friday, I noticed that my thumb had a chip on it already. And I was pretty ticked because this is a new dip powder. It's not a brand that I've used before. I had just recently bought it and I used a different color, a green one, prior to. And the green was fine. It lasted fine. It was great. I got 2 weeks out of it. But this red started to chip immediately. And I hadn't done anything different. So by the time the party came, like the small chip on the thumb was now like completely, it was like a large chip. And then I had one nail that like it had completely come off, and other nails that were chipped, and they just looked horrible. And I was pretty upset because I didn't have time to redo them. So I don't know if I just made some kind of mistake in my application, or if my natural nails were just too thin. I know sometimes they say dip powder doesn't adhere if your nails are too thin, but I had just done the green and that was fine and my nails were fine. So I don't know what it was. But eventually, you know, now my nails don't look pretty anymore. So now then I start picking at them. I'm picking the dip powder off, which I shouldn't because it weakens your nails. I'm, you know, then the nails are fragile, so I'm like picking at them and ripping them off. And so now the nails that I had just spent the last 6 weeks growing are now back to, nubbies. I'm back to nubbies. The only nail that I still have is this one here, and it's because it still has the dip powder on it, and so I haven't been able to mess with it. But I digress. So there you go. That's my nail horror story. And a little bit too much information about myself. And of course, my unboxing of the Open Gate quilt box. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if there's anything you want to see or anything you want me to cover. I will spend the next couple of days getting my room in order so that I can hook my camera back up. Because I just took his uncle back to the airport yesterday morning, so I haven't had an opportunity to get everything set back up yet. So there's that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.